What's going on? This Christian Drye, Complex Heart Speaking Wisely, and welcome to Art Trap Studios. Heights. We moved when I was about 9 years old. We moved to Wind Terrace, and it was like a different atmosphere then. That's when I learned about like house parties and all type of like rap music and stuff like that. We got into Pokemon cards, and I started drawing Pokemon cards, like all the stuff that we didn't have, like Charizard, for example. Like we used to just draw them and just act like that was our card, and that's really what got me into art. Well, I actually didn't even go to school for art. I started at Central State University back in 2007. I was majoring in special education. Upon graduation, I got a bachelor's of education. Let me start it over. So upon graduation, I worked 1 year at North College Elementary, and then I moved to Detroit. Being in Detroit, I went back to Wayne State University. I actually started off getting my master's in education to be a principal, me and my guy Brandon Smith, and we both realized this is not exactly what we want to do. And then I went back to school for fashion, merchandising, took a drawing class, and I've been teaching myself how to paint and draw since. Just being in Detroit itself, it's like, I always hear like if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. I haven't actually been to New York, but I feel that way about Detroit. So when you get there, it's like you have to develop this like hustle mentality. And I was around a guy named Mike Cunningham, and that's who really like showed me the city at first. And all the spots to eat, all the spots to go out and have fun, and just everything like hanging around my Detroit friends, Brandon Smith, Jarrell Durn, Gabby Ruffin, and some more people that I met, man, Eddie Wright. They really like helped me develop a feel for Detroit, and that's my city, man. So just the city itself is an inspiration, man. I can't wait to go back. I usually go back 2 or 3 times a year, so I love it. It's just my imagination, honestly, and it's funny because I really don't understand my imagination. I try to get more in depth with it, like each time I do something. I started with graphic design, making flyers on campus at Central State, and that helped me like really get started writing poetry. That's how I exercise my brain. So when I approach a painting, I just do it from scratch, and I don't like to paint things that already exist. So if people ask me to do a portrait, or if they see something that they want me to duplicate, like I don't want to do it. Everything that I do is from scratch. I create my own characters. They have their own personalities, my own words and acronyms and everything. Like I do all that from scratch, and it's just me. I'm on the journey to understand my imagination. I'm doing that daily. Like a few years ago when I was in Detroit, I realized like my vision was getting blurry, so I thought it was just, I needed glasses. I went and got glasses. Well, I thought I was going to get glasses, and realized I have an eye disease called keratoconus, and it affects my corneas. So, your cornea is the clear part that goes over your iris, the color part of your eye, and it's supposed to be shaped like a dome. And mine is like a cone, and it's very distorted, so light just bounces off of it, and as you get older, it worsens, and 3 years later, I'm like considered legally blind. So I've been painting, I've been, doing this artwork. I done did about 13 shows before I realized, you know, the case, and still been into my fashion and everything, and like I really couldn't see. So like that's how I know like this is like my calling. Like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be at, because I was still on top and I could not see. And now I have a type of contact lens called a scleral lens, and it's a hard lens. I put solution inside of it, and that, you know, cushions my eye and it allows me to see. So I told people, like, once I get my contacts, it's a wrap, and I've been going hard ever since. First off, you know what I'm saying, give me my respect. It's the hottest art show of the year, you know what I'm saying? It came together like last minute, you know what I'm saying? I was supposed to do a show with somebody else. That fell through, and I was like, you know, I still want a show. April 22nd, so I met Stephanie down at Preneur. She checked my work, asked me that I want to do a showcase. We agreed on the 22nd, and from then I had about 3 weeks to finish prepping. I had 3 weeks to promote, and man, we like really brought the city out. Like we had almost 200 people there. We had a 3-hour frame it was supposed to be from, or be in, and it went over an hour and a half. And I think I had about 8 pieces, and they were all like brand new pieces. My focal point of the show was a piece called Jasmine. It was based after this girl named Jasmine Marie here in Cincinnati. It took me 14 hours to paint it. This was like the hardest. This was that piece to let people know, like, I'm not playing with people, you know what I'm saying? I had 2 portraits on there of Jasmine. It was just crazy dope, man. It was crazy. So I'm glad we got to bring the city out. Shout out to Brandon Smith, who managed the whole show. Shout out to DJ Rex, who DJ'd, and he had the party turned. We had food. Shout out to Caleb Formo, who brought the food. Man, thank y'all for coming out. Like the city really showed love, man. People came from Dayton, people came from Columbus, people came from, you know, way outside of Cincinnati, like, you know, Sycamore, you know, area, and man, I'm blessed. So, you know, every show from now, we're just trying to turn it up and just bring that vibe, and, you know, we creating our own vibe. We're not waiting on nobody. We supplying everything we need. We got everything. So, yeah, let's go. Man, we got a few things in the works, man. I don't want to, you know, like spoil it now, but just this summer, man, it's gonna be everything. You know, I'm really showing a lot of people some stuff this summer, man, as far as my artwork. Just trying to travel nationally to just get the movement out, man. You know, more graffiti, more everything. So can't speak on it too much, but everything is forthcoming though. Hey, this is Christian Drye. You're at Art Trap Studios, and I'm art trapping for real.
Hey, wait. It's the gang. Came from